For centuries, smallpox was the great scourge. It didn't care if you were a king or a peasant, it was the ultimate injustice of nature. People were so desperate that they practiced variolation, intentionally rubbing smallpox scabs into their own skin to trigger a mild case. It was dangerous and often fatal. But in 1796, an English country doctor named Edward Jenner noticed something strange. The women who milked the cows never seemed to catch smallpox. They caught a much milder disease called cowpox. Jenner wondered, could a lesser disease protect us from a greater one? Jenner decided to test his theory on an 8-year-old boy named James Phipps. He took pus from a cowpox sore on the hand of a milkmaid named Sarah Nelms and injected it into the boy. James caught a mild fever, but he was fine. Then came the terrifying part of the experiment. Jenner later exposed the boy to actual, lethal smallpox. James didn't get sick. The cowpox had trained the boy's immune system to recognize the similar smallpox virus. Jenner called this process vaccination, from the Latin word vacca, meaning cow. While Jenner proved the science, the logistics were a nightmare. How do you get a live vaccine across an ocean before it dies? In 1803, the Spanish king launched the Balmis Expedition to bring the vaccine to the Americas and Asia. To keep the vaccine alive during the long voyage, they used 22 orphan boys. They vaccinated 2 boys at a time, waited for the sores to develop, then used the fluid from those sores to vaccinate the next 2 boys. This human chain successfully carried the cure across the Atlantic and Pacific, saving millions. How did the vaccine affect the human lifespan? The end of childhood mortality. Before the vaccine, 1 in 10 children in Europe died of smallpox. By the mid-1800s, mandatory vaccination laws began to plummet those numbers. The concept of eradication. This was the first time humanity realized we didn't just have to live with the virus. We could hunt it down and delete it. Smallpox eventually became the first, and only, human disease to be completely eradicated from the planet in 1980. This victory added untold years to the global human lifespan, particularly in developing nations where the disease remained a threat long after it vanished from the West. Edward Jenner didn't just invent a medicine, he changed our relationship with the microscopic world. He taught us that by understanding the lesser threats of nature, we can build a shield against the greatest.